Welcome, beautiful soul. It's time to remember who we are. You were born for this moment, this breath. Nature teaches us and reminds us that whatever it is that we are searching for, that whatever our hearts and souls are longing for, we must know our unlimited power and worth. It's all already within us. So thank you for saying yes to this moment. Thank you for saying yes to this journey. And most of all, thank you for saying yes to yourself. Welcome, beautiful soul. Welcome, beautiful soul. I am so grateful that you have made time and space to join us today. We're going to be talking about hearing. How well do we hear? More specifically, can I hear what I don't want to hear? Has that ever happened to you? Do you ever feel a little resistance to hearing things that maybe you don't want to hear? We're going to dive into that today. First, as always, we're going to start with breath. So I invite you to join me. If you're able to do so, close your eyes. And first we start with simply breathing. So go ahead and give yourself permission to connect with your inhale and your exhale. This is your time for you. And so go ahead and find the rhythm with your inhale and your exhale, moving in and out of your nose if possible. This is the time that you can notice if your breath is shallow. Is it up in your head? Notice if it's in your throat. Notice if it's in your chest or in your abdomen. We're simply noticing. There is no judgment and there is no wrong or right. We're simply noticing. And this is also the time that I encourage and invite you to thank yourself. Thank yourself for being alive. Thank yourself for being exactly who you are. And thank yourself for being right here, right now. That you've come through many experiences, lived through many moons, and you are right here, right now. So we celebrate you being you and you being here right now. We also want to recognize that every breath connects us to the breath of life. This lovely chi, this lovely prana, this lovely spirit of life that is evident in all life. And each breath connects us to the vastness of all life. Keep breathing and see if you're able to soften into your body right now. Give yourself permission to relax and to remember that right now you are safe. Right now you are provided for. Right now you are loved. And this is on a deeper level than what your mind can comprehend. These are spiritual truths that you are safe, you are provided for, you are loved. So keep breathing and let every inhale and exhale bring you more ease, more softening, more relaxing. You weren't meant to go through this journey alone. It is impossible to do so, even if it sometimes feels like you are alone, even if it may look like you are alone. The capital T truth is that it's impossible. You are never alone. The breath is the sign, the doorway, the reminder that there is nothing small about you and that all of life is connected. That as the mystics have told us, you are the universe. And so feel that expansion. Of the cosmos, of the universe, that energy, the same atoms that comprise the stars and the planets, the moon, the sun, are the same atoms that comprise you. Keep breathing. Every breath is healing the fiction of separation. We've been taught that we are separate from ourselves, separate from one another, separate from the plants and the animals, and the celestial movements, separate from the ocean, and the truth with the capital T is that we are connected to the all. And life with the capital L, L-I-F-E, life, flows in all of life, including within you. So begin to connect with the expansiveness of capital L, life, flowing through you and as you. You see, it's only when we buy into separation that we see ourselves as small. So we close our eyes and breathe to be reconnected, reminded a new mind, a transformed mind, a new consciousness that takes us back to the connection with all, as all, right here within us. Keep breathing. Imagine there's a beautiful flow of energy from above your head all the way through your head, your temple, both sides of your head, in between your eyebrows, your eyes. It's flowing all the way down through your nose, your jaw, your mouth, your teeth, your tongue, your chin, flowing down through your neck, your throat, your shoulders, your chest, your heart, flowing down through your upper abdomen, your middle abdomen, your lower abdomen, flowing all the way down through your sitting bones, your upper legs, your knees, your lower legs, ankles, feet and toes. And as we come back to the neck area, we bring that same energy. It's flowing from your neck across your shoulders, all the way down to your upper arms, your elbow, your lower arms, your wrists, your hands, your fingers. Imagine this beautiful, divine flow of liquid light flowing through you, nourishing you. Every breath sending this energy through your body and elevating you to a higher and clearer frequency. So keep breathing. This liquid light is illuminating within you deep truth and wisdom beyond anything that you've been taught, anything you've studied, anything you've read. This is a wisdom and a truth that goes beyond experience, beyond knowledge, and it flows through you. And every breath is giving you a clearer channel. The static is diminishing, and your perception is being refined, clarified. Where your own heartbeat is connecting you to the heartbeat of life, capital L life, all of life. Is connected to you and with you, as you, with every breath, with every heartbeat. Your essence exceeds and is far above and beyond even the physical container of your body. That your love permeates to all who know you that you know, and it spreads and permeates beyond to every soul, every life across this planet and beyond. That expansive and healing love within you is growing and stretching far beyond you with every breath. And every exhale is our letting go and intentionally releasing all that no longer serves us. All that energy that weighs us down, that dense energy wrapped up in protecting an ego and trying to be right and protecting ourselves from harm and staying attached to old scars and old stories and narratives. Any old, stale bitterness and resentment, unforgiveness, judgment, blame, shame, any old guilt, every exhale, we freely release it. We see ourselves untethered from all those old strings of attachment. They're all falling. And we can trust that everything we are releasing is being sent to the light of lights and being beautifully recycled, transformed back to light. So we let it all go. All the trying to be enough, thinking we're not enough, measuring ourselves to others, worry about the future, regret over the past, distracted from the present. We let all of that energy be lovingly recycled back to light. We release it all. There's no need to hold on to anything that is old and stale. We are open to receive, to fully receive, to let it permeate through us, filling every fiber of our being with a sustenance, a sacred sustenance that helps us rise above all that old density, giving us that clarity, that lightness of being, the ease, the joy, the light, the love. We receive all that is for us. And we begin to put our attention right now into our heart center. So if you want to, you can put your hands right on your heart center. And this is our touch point, letting us know that everything that we have need of, that we desire, it's already within you. And so we lovingly give appreciation to this center of heart, this heart center where love abides and expands within you. Where depth of true connection to all is within you. Every breath reminds you that you are safe, you are provided for, you are loved. So as you're putting your attention onto this heart center, see it expanding with every inhale. All of that liquid light that we could feel moving through us, it is expanding in the heart center. Expanding within us, and now expanding outside of your physical being. To this gorgeous universe. And because you are safe and provided for and loved, you give yourself permission to move into new spaces, new perceptions, new territory of consciousness. That simply means you're moving to deeper love, deeper light, an expansive oneness, where instead of seeing separation, you see the connection of all energy. And you see the flow, the reservoir of love, of light, of hope and peace and truth already within you. Keep breathing. And with your hands still on your heart center, if they are there, let's begin to extend the breath. Move at your own rhythm and begin to extend the inhale and extend the exhale. Extending the inhale and the exhale. Maybe you're even feeling yourself floating beyond your body. And we remember that you are safe, you are provided for, you are loved. We allow the elevation of our energy to lift us high above all that old density of scarcity and limitation and fear and lack, stress, worry, anger, disappointment. We rise above all of that with every breath, knowing everything is unfolding for you and with you and as you, and putting that energy onto our heart center, our attention, which is energy, onto the heart center. I want to invite you to take a nice deep inhale with me now. So let's get ready. Take a nice deep inhale together. Breathe in. Filling up with air and then holding it in for a moment. And then slowly and gently letting all of that air go, pushing it out. And then let's do that again. Nice deep inhale together. And hold it. And slowly let it go. Gently, with your attention back on that inner heart, I want you to begin to ask that beautiful divine presence of love and light within you. This is beyond our emotions, that beautiful presence of the divine, of Spirit, of God, of Holy Spirit, of Source, a beautiful presence. Of divine guidance and wisdom and truth. Begin to ask, what do you want me to know in this moment? What do you want me to know in this moment? Begin to be grateful and feel the gratitude move through you for this guidance, this truth. Whether you perceived it in this moment or whether it comes later, we still say thank you. We say thank you. And now begin to kind of move your toes and your fingers and connect back to your whole body and begin to gently come on back and open your eyes. Ooh, I always say that breath is so delicious and so needed. We are talking about hearing today, and I hope you know it goes deeper than your two ears. Hearing, perceiving, being open to maybe even what you don't want to perceive, what you don't want to have exposure to at a divine level. Of course, we're talking. How do we make space for that? How do we hear what we don't want to hear? The first step is what we did in the breath. We exhale and let go of all that density, all that angst, all that connection to lower energy, all of that intermingling and feeling tethered to the ego which says worry, be afraid, protect yourself, resist, push back, fight. That is the ego. When you are in a higher energy, a higher vibration, there's no need to even fight. There's no need to defend or protect. There is a confidence in knowing that you are safe, that you are provided for, that you are loved. Because your name is love. Because your name is provision. Because all is well. And when we are rooted in that truth and we've let go of all the angst and all the fear, there is an openness. And now I can begin to hear, perceive, receive truth with the capital T, because we know all of truth with the capital T is always for us, for our highest and best good. I'm not talking about receiving someone's advice that you know is really rooted in their desire to manipulate. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being able to be told it's your time to step out of the box and share your gifts. I'm talking about a truth that reminds you, love. There's no need to fear. There's no need to judge. There's no need to blame. Love. Show compassion. Begin to walk in a deeper presence where you see yourself connected to all and you perceive that your presence, your energy, your kindness is healing for all. Instead of trying to connect dots in our mind and understand and follow a roadmap that someone else mapped out for us, or even our own ego tried to map out for us, we are open to flow and to moving breath by breath in truth, connected to that energy of peace and love within you. And sometimes we don't want to hear it. Sometimes we want to stay in the place of the familiar. I tell the story that when my sons were younger, and they're much older now, and when they were young, I want to say first and second grade, we moved from one spot to another spot where we lived. And the former place, they shared some bunk beds that we were eventually able to, separate, and they were side by side. And they were so cozy and they enjoyed that space. They're like 20 months apart. And when we moved to a new place, there was more space between the beds, more spaciousness. And their reaction that first night was, I want to go back. And I said, you want to go back? There was less room for you to play. There was less space for us as a family to move around. And they were like, we want to go back. And I tell them that story now because they can't imagine, being the size that they began to grow into, of staying in the space where we once were and having the freedom to move the way they were able to move in a bigger space. Now, by all accounts, we didn't move into any kind of mini mansion or anything like that. So it's not like some, they call them the McMansions. It's nothing like that. It just was more space. And their first reaction is an example of what many of us have a reaction to something new, and that is, I want the old thing. And when you ask yourself, why do you want that old thing? Why do you want to stay in the old place? Why do you want to stay where you are? It's only because it's what you know. And it feels familiar and safe. When in reality, you're being pushed to expand. And it's not about a material expansion like a bigger bed or a bigger room. It's about a bigger expansion of you, of your energy, of your worthiness, of your power, of your gifts, of your flow. Do you know that you have the capacity to heal not just yourself, but those around you? That's what's been put into you. Do you know that your kindness, you're making space to truly see someone, whether they're standing next to you in a line, whether they're your neighbor, whether it's a friend or a relative, whether it's someone whose name you don't even know, whether they live across the planet. That's how powerful we are. And yet we want to live small because it's cozy and safe. It's time to be ready to hear a word that stretches us out of our comfort zone. To hear that it's time to let go of some old relationships, some old habits, some old mindsets that are only weighing us and keeping us in a lower vibration. It's time for an elevation, a rising, and it begins with us being open. Can you hear what maybe you don't want to hear? And I'm here to say, yes, you can. You simply decide that all of life is for you. When you begin to accept that everything is for you, for your highest and best good, even the things that we say, ouch, even the things we want to run from, even the things that hurt us, ultimately, always at work, the same way this planet is always moving, always at work, is an ability to transform and transcend. And sometimes that means transforming and transcending the hurt, the pain, the abuse. Why? So that we're all elevated. And instead of passing on more hurt and more abuse, that we pass on healing, oneness, kindness, compassion, grace, flow, joy, hope. We can't pass those things on if we're holding on and resisting and staying tethered to an energy that is rooted in lack and not enoughness, believing we're not enough, believing I can't possibly do more. I can't possibly have more. I'm insignificant. Those are old lies we were conditioned and taught by other people who believed those lies themselves. We're here to receive a new truth and to exude that new truth, to be that truth. This is the season. Yes, this is the season. And there's no way to move this planet backwards. You can't unwind the planet and start spinning it in the opposite direction. And yet that's what we try to do with our own lives. We try to go backwards. We try to respin it backwards to something that once was. We want to spend too much time in an old place. In scriptures, there is the example of Jesus taking 3 apostles up to the Mount of Transfiguration. And in this mount, they see those who came before. And it's such an amazing experience that the reaction that the apostles have of seeing these former prophets, these powerful, influential people who lived way before them, at this place with Jesus, their first response is like, let's just hang out here. Let's just stay here. Let's maybe build, a monument, a temple to let's be right here. They wanted to capture it and also contain it. Can I tell you, when we want to capture and contain, we're preventing flow and expansion and growth. And we're like that often. Now, Jesus did not take them up to that place so that they could contain or capture anything. He wanted their perception to be expanded, to see beyond time continuum, and to see divinity transcending natural law. He wanted them to see who we really are, connected to all. That's why you're never alone. Surrounding you at all times is a beautiful cloud of invisible grace and support of those whose names you may know who came before you and many whose you don't. And always so much divine support. And this transcends religion. This transcends whatever you may have been taught that said there's only one specific path. I'm here to remind you that the unifying spiritual energy and vibration that we all have access to, and that is within all of us. And it is up to us each to choose to acknowledge it, and then to let it flow and move within us, and then to flow and move in all that we say and do, and in our very presence. And that is the energy of love, of oneness. And many of us are still learning that like a new language. We weren't taught love. We were taught performance. We were taught to step over someone else to get to where we're going. We were taught to hold on, to fight, to try to be better than someone else, to try to accomplish. And those aren't necessarily bad things. Again, this is beyond a good and bad, right and wrong. This is about transcending to a fullness, to an energy that reminds us we are all here on planet Earth as part of the all, to be connected to all, coming home to who you really are, collectively and individually. Letting go of everything that said you'll never get past the pain. You'll never be able to do more. You're only going to reach a certain point and that's it. We bought into so much of limitation, so much that was fear. And it's time for us to cleanse those beliefs and hear with new ears, spiritual ears. It's time to believe, truly believe what your eyes cannot see. Truly believe a message that maybe your own physical ears have not heard before, and yet your spirit already knows. When you slow it down, when you get still and quiet, you hear that vibration and you say, yes, I know. Yes, I know. I know I'm here for more. And then guess what? We get to acknowledge and feel and express. I feel trepidation. I feel worried. I feel scared. I feel uncertain. I feel unsure. I feel fill in the blank. You may feel stuck. I may still feel like I can't move past that betrayal. We acknowledge the feeling, and we let that feeling begin to move through us. Feeling the feeling is so different than identifying as the feeling. Feeling the feeling is giving it permission to move through you the same way your inhale and exhale moves through you. The same way the earth moves and rotates so that it looks like day and night when it's really the position of the earth in relationship to the sun. And that's what we are doing. We're letting the energy move through us so we can stay connected to each breath and each moment and be able to hear what's uncomfortable. Maybe it's time to hear, like, it's time for me to elevate my language, my choices, what I eat, where I spend my time, where my thoughts are. It's time for me to leave some former things behind so I can be connected to what is for me now. We're not children anymore, so we can put away those childish things, and we can still have fun and play and be open and have the belief like children. So open, ready to believe the highest truth of oneness and possibility and of being unlimited, of letting go of tethered to old traditions with little t's because that's what someone else told us. When you honor your inner heart and your inner truth, when you connect with that divine, powerful spirit of guidance, of love within you, you're open to grow and expand and to live in a liberty and a freedom that also liberates and frees many others just because of that's how powerful you are. It doesn't make cognitive sense. Your cerebral mind can't fully digest it. And yet it is that every time we let go of an old obstacle, an old barrier, when we break through old bondage of limitation, we are all collectively elevated. It's time for us to walk in a new freedom of kindness and love and healing, and let go of old language of division, of separation, to stop devouring ourselves with words such as I can't, I'm not, it won't, I don't have. You are powerful, and every word you speak is a seed. So begin to speak with seeds of what you do want to see grow. And begin to receive and be open for the seeds that are even beyond your imagination, and always your spirit deep within you knows. Make space to slow it down. Spend time in nature and honor that truth within you so that you can hear and you decide to hear and be open and receive all that is for you. We're not here for partial lives. We're here for the fullness. And so I invite you to make space for that fullness. And if you want support on your journey, I'm here for it. I love to see people elevated, freed, healed, and then passing it on and helping others and reminding us all that we're in it together. So please make space to hear all that is for you. We're waiting on you. We believe in you. I see you. I thank you. If this message is helpful, if it encourages you, then let us know, and certainly please share it with someone else. We're so grateful for the opportunity to remind you of how amazing you are and to thank you for being who you are. Beautiful soul, thank you. Thank you, beautiful soul, for remembering who we are and for making time and space to be with us today as you go forward on your journey to the known and unknown places. Continue to listen to your inner heart and honor your soul, because your answers are always within you. Please consider supporting us in spreading more light and love with this message by simply liking the video below, subscribing, and consider sharing as well. Most of all, take gentle care and breathe. We see you. We thank you. Beautiful soul.